Welcome back to Aircel Chennai Speaks Out. And now in this last segment, we are going to look at that very important point. Is it a question of economics? Some tuition centers actually charge as much as 10,000 rupees. So who regulates tuition centers? Let's turn it over now to our specialists here. Talk money now to us.
No, actually, this is regarding we are getting a payment of for 1 year in which nothing hardly is nothing, even 250 rupees per month it is we are getting, because we start the classes in March. Once the school start the classes in February, we start the classes in February, and our tuition will be up to March last week till the exams of the previous day. If any doubt is there, the child will come and take classes if we have any doubt.
So you are talking as if you're doing us a service here, having this tuition center.
No, generally, yes, it is.
For the school, nothing other than that.
Yes. Right. Let's ask you, Sudhakar. Did you make a lot of money when you had your tuition center?
No, of course, I did.
A big profit margin?
Yeah, of course, very much.
Do you make more as a school or as a tuition center?
No, basically in the tuition center, the commitments are less than in a school. The commitments are less.
So it's quite good business then.
No, I have to stick on to the, regularities, procedures in schools and everything, but where in a tuition center that was not required.
It's not regulated at all.
And it was a clear share where I give it and I take my portion very clearly. But in the school, it is not that way.
Right.
We need a lot of, added values which has to be given to the school.
Right. Okay. Now, the parents here, what do you think about the fact that it costs quite a lot of money to send your child to a tuition center? Almost, in some cases, as much as it costs to send them to a good school. So, more than that, most of the parents are saying here. Okay, I have a student up there, I think, who wants to speak. What do you think about the fact that your parents, if they want to send you to a tuition class, spend a lot of money on you?
For a tuition class, for each subject, it costs 500 rupees. For example, my friend is going for a tuition. He pays nearly 2,500 for all the subjects. And the tuition master was a PT master in some other schools.
That's a good
Is he going for PT classes?
Yeah.
No, these are points. These are points.
He was not qualified.
Hold a minute. Very interesting. Wait, let him speak.
A person who is going to give 2,500 rupees, a parent, do you think that they are fools? Do you think so they are fools? I don't think so. Every parent will inquire about the teacher, those who are going to pay 2,500, just like that. People never give any money like that. Never give any money. Not a single penny they will give.
Most of the parents, they don't know what subject the teachers take.
Nowadays it is not like that. They are well educated. They are well educated.
Please don't talk only about the educated. Today it is a mass that is studying. Today education is not only for the elite group, it is for all. And even, see, not all. See, I am talking about the middle income, the lower middle income and the rich group, where you find that the middle income and the lower middle income, where the parents only believe on what the tuition teacher says. You send your child, I'll make your child to pass. And whether the tuition teacher is qualified or not is a big question. And might be an elite group which is a part only 5 to 10% of the society, which they may ask 1,001 questions to you. So in your tuition center, only elite people come. It's not the
right,
other.
So one
question for that, like any of your students, I mean, including ma'am, anybody of your parents came to you and asked, what is your graduation? No. What is your... No. Have you told them? Have you told them? Have you told them?
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
No. They would have asked, are you handling?
Yes,
you would have asked. They would have asked, you are handling chemistry, you are handling maths.
Nothing
that may be the question.
Sudhakar, let's hear from this lady. We haven't heard from.
They are asking us where you are working.
Okay, that lady, please.
As a parent, I am looking for a very nice person. The basic reason is I want the teacher to be who is handling the classes. Only if the person is expert in that, or if the person is handling that particular subject, he or she will be capable of teaching the student or guiding the student what to do and what not to do. Definitely all the educated parents are keen about the qualification of the teachers if they are sending to the tuition.
But do parents actually look for that, sir?
No, here what I'd like to say is qualification is not really what matters. And as you're talking about the fee,
no, that is a debatable
one second, I'll tell you why.
Topic.
But the level of commitment of the tuition teacher is far greater than that of the school teacher. Primarily because the livelihood of the tuition center or the management depends on the success rate of
So,
the people
sir,
passing
having
out.
said that,
Yeah.
a PT teacher who's committed is okay to teach your child?
No, I
Is
think
that-
it was told in a lighter vein. I'm not sure.
No,
whether
I
it's
think
a
it
real
was
fact. I
a
don't know.
serious point. Were you right? Were you serious about that? That the PT teacher is actually the tuition teacher. But perhaps the PT teacher is qualified also in
Maybe. No,
could be.
In one of the schools, ma'am,
Right.
this is regarding a drawing teacher has become a maths teacher. What do you say about it?
She must be
Yes,
qualified probably.
yes.
Maths.
Otherwise the school will make
fair
it a
enough.
drawing teacher.
Let me
to be-
make it very clear. I know
Yes.
there are boys who go for tuition where a person is working in an RBI bank, where he has studied his MSc degree. But the basic problem is when a child studies in the school, the teacher goes in a particular methodology based on exam orientation. But the particular person who teaches the tuition centers or goes where they learn separately, he teaches the own methodologies, and finally when we find the marks still remain the same, or sometimes it is very poor.
Now, actually, immediately the students will be talking to us, ma'am, this is the method they have given us. So we immediately go through that.
In fact,
and we follow it up.
Yeah, only one point
Every
I want to
teacher
tell.
will do that.
Excuse me, there are many schools who will not allow the students to go for tuition.
Yes.
If we do some other
good
method,
then.
they will question whether you are going to tuition. So the students will come to us and tell this is the method taught to us by
Yes.
our teacher.
We
So
change
please
that.
make us understand in this method. Then only they will come to us. Otherwise they won't come.
Sir, one
that is
small
also
correction
happening.
to you
Okay.
because the blueprint talks that way.
Yes.
Your correction methodology talks that way.
Yeah.
So that is how they have to teach.
Yeah,
and
that's what.
the student has to follow the same
Same.
method of approach.
Yeah.
Then only he'll get
Right,
the mark.
right.
Even
Right.
tuition
And you
centers have to
tuition
follow
teachers
that.
cannot change that.
No,
Right.
how do an RBI person working in an
A tuition teacher
RBI
cannot
know
change
about
that.
a blueprint or
Yes,
the methodology?
everyone is
Good
very
tuition,
open.
a good
Nowadays
tuition
it is
center can
everything is
survive
open.
only if they have qualified teachers.
Yes.
Otherwise, it can't survive. That is a
Okay,
fact.
I'd like to put
Do
one
you
point
think all
to...
the tuition centers
I'm
survive
not
because
telling
they
about
have
all.
qualified
Yes,
teachers?
Right,
Otherwise
sir.
we cannot survive.
Okay,
I cannot.
I'd like to put a point here. Do you believe that when your child goes to a tuition center, to the same teacher who teaches your child in school, does that child get preferential treatment when he or she comes back into the class? I'd like an answer from that side, please.
My son doesn't go for tuition.
Somebody who does
but
go to
I
tuition.
do think it happens. It happens, and I know instances where the child who was getting 40% suddenly jumped to a cent percent, going to the same teacher after school. And claims have been
Very much. That's the important
and
point.
claims have been made
They are giving the question paper.
Okay, right, let her finish.
that, and I have claims made by students saying that this teacher does not teach well in school. When he comes home for home tuitions, he teaches so well that I'm able to understand.
That is why we are trying
That
to
is
edit
why-
the habit of tuition.
Schools should not allow their teachers to handle tuitions at all.
Okay, you both are contradicting. You and that ma'am. She was talking about a person who's handling the same subject in a particular place. Only I'll engage my son, and you are talking in a different angle.
No, yeah,
How
very
things?
true.
No, I'm accepting with you also. I'm not going against it. What I'm saying is, see, she's talking about a qualification, and you're going again for a school teacher, not to the same school teacher. So some other school teacher, the habit is mushrooming. It's mushrooming again and again.
Thing is,
So the
I'm-
basically the
Sir,
tuition habit has
right.
to stop.
I'd like to ask you, in your school, do you allow your children to go to tuition?
See, we don't have any constraint saying you go tuitions or don't go tuitions. We don't mention anything about that. And we are trying to give them the maximum and the best possible to the students. And we don't, restrict them doing anything in their personal way. We don't
Right,
interrupt.
Right. I'd like to have a final, very quick comment from, first let's start with you. This entire debate today about tuitions, Boon or Bane, your opinion?
Again, it is, as far I'm concerned, I'm concerned, it is not a boon, it's a bane. The reason why I tell you is, again, the child has been stressed to the maximum level, where I don't think a child who is going to go for another 2 hours or 3 hours is going to gain much from what is taught in the school rather than what is taught extra.
Right. Shobha, what about you?
According to me, actually, we are just supporting the school indirectly, which the school can accept very positively.
You're supporting the school and
yes,
the
very
parents
positively.
who pay a lot of money as well for this particular service, right? What about you?
It is a sweet tinted with poison. It is a sweet tinted with poison. This is it. This is it. When you swallow it, it will be very sweet. But the continuity will be entirely different. You'll be losing your track. You'll be expecting a tuition
Right.
teacher in your UG, in your PG, even in any part of your
Right.
sector.
Well, there you have it. This is a never-ending debate. But one thing is plainly clear, and that is that tuitions are very much an individual's choice. It's left to people to decide whether they actually want to send their children. It's a choice that's made at an expense, of course. If you feel strongly about this or anything else, we encourage you, Chennai, to speak out. Call us 99413 2222 or 044 4290 7777. And we'd love to hear from you as well. Do write to us. Feedback at NDTV-HINDU.com. It's been great to have you join us on ASL Chennai Speaks Out. Thank you for watching.